Hello everyone and welcome back to another Rise of Kingdoms live stream. Today we're going to be watching SS34 versus INSL from 606 and 1534. I think this match is probably going to be the most contested out of all the matches today, simply because their power and matches where they've won and lost are very even. They both, I think, have either won all of them or only lost like once. Looks like SS34, both of them have lost to Song, but every other match they have won, it looks like to me. So I think this match will be kind of like a tiebreaker between these two, because they both won and lost 2 and 1. 2 wins, 1 loss. Both against the same very strong team of Song. So I think this is going to be the biggest match, because I think JST and 1021 could be a good match, but I do think that JST's just got too much power and better strat, and 1021's already lost to somebody that I think that JST has already beaten. So I think that that match might be okay, but if we have something else to go back to, it would be to swap to that match, because I think 1v is going to crush 412, because NAV crushed them, and NAV crushed, well, didn't crush, but barely by the skin of their teeth beat 1v. So Elk's definitely going to lose here. They haven't won a match since they started this top 32. I think NAV is going to crush 93. 93 hasn't really won very well, done very well for a while. SK57 hasn't won since they started. I don't think they can beat 44S. 44S got beat by Peak by a very small margin, and Peak, I think, is undefeated up until now. So we'll see how that goes. I think that Peak's going to definitely probably win this match, though. We may look at this one, but I think later we're going to be looking at TR versus LIV, because LV has beaten the 556 from DN, and they've also beaten Fate Nation. Could be that Fate Nation just didn't show up, but they used to be a good team, so we will see if that match is going to be any good. But in between these 13 and 15 GTC matches, we'll be playing our own Ark of Osiris match, and you guys can tune in, listen to the Discord, try to have a laugh or something like that while we play. Whether or not we win or lose, just try to have fun. We did lose last time and probably the time before, but I think it's mostly because we've been kind of getting bad matchmaking compared to us, because it seems like a lot of the people we've been versing have players that are very, very large for our stage of gameplay, where we're not an Imperium, and we've been versing people that are like 200 mil power players who have at least 5 of them or something like that, and we only have maybe 1. So it really hurts when they can take our obelisk and stuff and then just swarm people. We don't have people that can do that, or will do that very easily, and then it's hard to push them away when they're on our side. We aren't as big as them, so that's one of the biggest issues that we've been having, is just facing very large players. This KVK that we're in right now will be on Thursday, probably live streaming in the afternoon around, I would say, 20-21 UTC. I'll set up a live stream, probably schedule it later today so you guys can get prepared for that. The pass does open like very early in the morning, but I have to work. I can't just, take off for a pass opening just yet. I need to stack up some vacation, some sick time before I start doing that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna have to just play it by ear and see if we can get a good match going. So we got about 1 minute and 5 seconds, probably. Well, it might be starting about now, actually. So we're gonna go ahead and refresh the game real fast, see if we can't get into that match real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and start watching that. Here we are. Let's see. Let it load real quick. Take a few seconds. Into the watch. Let's go ahead and get into the NAV. Well, they haven't all started just yet for some odd reason. They all say 13 UTC, but when these other ones haven't started, it's just weird. Let's go ahead and try it again. Refresh the game again, see if we can't get in. Otherwise, we'll have to try and join something else real fast. Not sure why they're all say 13, so I'm not sure why they're not all showing up right away. And they slightly delayed, I guess. Yeah, they're slightly delayed. So INSL versus SS34. We'll go ahead and scroll through this Osiris League, I don't know, you want to say intro for these two teams? So this is the 1534 team. I'm not sure what language this is. Could be, yeah, I'm not even going to try and guess. I'll probably be wrong, so. But these are two strong teams, so we'll see how they kind of play out. See what their kind of strategies are, see if there's any changes. See if we can't check to see what they might do. So looks like you got some very large players in this match. Got another Rick player. I think I've seen this player before. Maybe watched the match where they were playing. They usually do a pretty good match though. It could be that this person has two accounts in Osiris League maybe or something. I'm not sure. I know I've seen that profile picture before. Could have been that he streamed one of these two teams before and I just don't remember it. So we got about 50 seconds until this starts, and I'm gonna grab something real quick before this starts, so give me just 1 second and we'll get back to this. So it looks like the match has started. I'm back now. I had to grab some water because it's going to be a long live stream and I need to get some stuff ready to go. Looks like we got Double C and Nevsky coming from, should be both sides, but that's XY, so I don't know if XY has as much march speed as some of the other marches that you could use, but it looks like it's plenty fast, and we're not going to do simplified. No reason to. A lot of fast cav marches, as you can see, coming out here. Not seeing a whole lot of anything else but cav. There's a few archer and imp marches, but a lot of cav marches coming out here. There, as soon as I click, it's archers, but a lot of cav. So looks like they're streamlining from, I think, INSL towards the Shrine of War and then the Desert Altar on this side. We'll see who caps the obelisk first. Looks like they popped, both of them have popped hard push. If you can wait until like the very last second till your rally launches, and also wait until you get really close to the obelisk, that's the most prime time to cap and pop that skill. You don't want to just do it immediately because you're wasting an extra 45 seconds probably for the skill, and you can get some extra, I would say, just extra time on that. So best to just wait until your rally launches, like a couple seconds before it launches. Pop that skill, you get the march speed, and then you reduce your time by a minute for your obelisk, and you should be good to go. Very fast infantry rally coming for INSL right now. A lot of cav marches again on this side going around, but it does look like SS34 is a little bit slow here getting to their obelisk up top because bottom team has capped both structures. They'll be about 20 to 30 seconds behind, it looks like to me. We'll go ahead and double check the obelisk, but they're gonna be close to 40 seconds behind because I think somebody was a little bit late, or they were, yeah, the rally's coming before the march even gets there. That march is almost a minute late, so that's a little bit of a mistake there where somebody was probably in the back and had to send the T1. So gonna be a little bit short-handed for about a minute for that top team. So looks like XY Nev coming in. Hopefully it'll be canceled because I think that there's probably plenty of marches coming in. At this point, I would let the rally go just to put some pressure on that obelisk since they're going to be porting, because a lot of these marches are going straight for that altar and they're not going at all for this obelisk, and there's no one back here really, and they're very slow. But it looks like SS34 has a dedicated gatherer, which should help them in the long run. but we'll see if that makes up the points. XY Nev rally still coming. I think they're going headlong for this obelisk, and I think that's a good play. I think that though the SS34 realizes this, they're going to block some TP spaces once they port, but this XY is going to definitely put some heat on that obelisk for the next 45 seconds when it hits. I think that there's too few from INSL going to support this rally though. It's going to get swarmed, and I think it's not going to be as effective if all these marches had went straight for that. But it looks like they are a little behind though on the Desert Altar. Looks like SS34 marches are getting there much quicker. Looks like the XY Nev being swarmed, doing heavy damage to the obelisk. No reinforcements for the obelisk is a mistake. If they reinforce this rally, they could take it down. There's no reinforcements for this obelisk. You got 20 seconds, then they could pop this obelisk, which if they take it within the next 15 seconds, you're gonna have issues where you can't port, and you're gonna have a big issue here. So we'll see if this rally can pop this obelisk, but there should be a reinforcement coming in. I just don't see any reinforcements for this obelisk. They're gonna have to hurry up and pop. They popped the captain. This huge mistake from SS34. Huge mistake. Now that the other team has ported, that's a huge mistake there. Losing their obelisk. Bottom team from INSL, I would call them the underdog in this match by power, I think, as far as I can remember. I think INSL had less power. They just capped that obelisk for even those few seconds. That's a huge mistake. They even have a garrison captain to hold it for an extra 20-30 seconds. Very smart move by INSL. They have a reinforcement march coming in. Will it make it in time? I don't know. It's going to be very, very close. I think that the march took a weird path, and I don't know if it's going to make it. I don't know where it was going. It was circling. A mistake was made there by that player. Maybe he was already in it. So, looks like they're trying to make a play for this altar, but I don't think they're going to get it. Looks like, though, the SS34 has capped this Desert Altar bottom. Big fight here, a brawl. Xeno Captain is by here. Should be doing its very best to get inside this structure, but I am not seeing it get in. Looks like it popped red again, so that's probably why. Ethelfled Captain is not the captain you want. It looks like that Xeno Captain is going to get sent home very, very soon, so it shouldn't be as big of a deal as it was before. Nevsky Captain now, but I don't think it's going to hold. It's going to flip back blue. March is getting sent back home. It's very even fight on this side for right now, but SS34 definitely has to come a much further way. I think they have the top side controlled, at least back to where they were, but they're going to have some issues where they're going to be getting pushed on these structures by INSL if they can swing it, because they still have 53 seconds to port. Issues with being not able to port. You can't have reinforcement marches coming over almost 5 minutes away, so looks like a JAD captain in on this structure, and looks like SS34 might be getting the first capture on this here, depending on if they can keep this JAD Liga, probably YSS, completely full. Very few INSL marches are nearby to swarm the structure, but I'm not seeing a lot of reinforcements for this JAD either, so it could pop, and if it pops, it's a huge mistake on their part. Captain does pop. I don't believe they're going to have another captain. Reinforcements from INSL. Captain from INSL is going in. The new Cav commander, Jan, is going in. Looks like there's two captains here, which is good. And we swapped to a captain, and I think they've kind of solidified they've got this structure. Looks like Shrine of Life is safe for INSL. We got Arc in about 5 minutes. Henry Nebu rally, gone this structure. This is a rally that I'm going to be trying today because it's just got so much more counterattack. So I'll have to try to remember to swap my gear before we get started so I can try this rally instead of what I've been using. Just Boudica Henry, because this SS34 Guan Yu should basically take huge amounts of counterattack from this rally and not do enough damage to it, especially since it's Guan Yu. I think this captain from the Sky Altar may pop because it's getting extremely low. It is Jan with Theodora, which I think is not the best captain to be using in a Osiris League match. You can clear some debuffs, but you're not really doing enough damage to the rally. These marches swarming this Henry and Nebu is not going to hurt it as much as you would think. There's so much counterattack and tankiness to this rally that it's going to stay up for a fairly decent amount of time, and it's going to just fill the hospital. These one player or two players that are swarming this rally. There's no reinforcements though for it, unfortunately. Not sure why there was no reinforcements. Looks like they were going heavily for their own structure over here on this desert altar still. And that'd be my assumption why. Looks like SS-34 is preparing for Arc already. 4 minutes to go for that. Looks like SS-34 has ported in. I would not have rallied this obelisk though for INSL. I think it's a waste of troops to be rallying this at this point, but they do have a player swarming this rally, so I guess at some point it's worth it. But I just don't feel like that's the best play right now. You could be trying to take the Shrine of Life or something like that. They did defend their Sky Altar successfully. Shrine of War maybe under a little bit of heat, but I think the rally's too late to do anything good right now since everybody's going for Arc. A lot of Nevskis and XYs going towards Arc as at this point. Another Henry and Nebu going for that altar on this side. Depending on if there's any reinforcements, it could put some serious heat on that structure. Cav rally from INSO flying by. I'm guessing that's for the outpost. But I think that that's a bit weird to be doing right now, right before Arc, because Arc is worth a lot more points, and even if it's only 2 or 3 marches, I don't know if that's really worth it at this point. So, and they canceled way too late. Those marches are going to get swarmed. I don't know that play there. There's only 2 or 3 marches, but looks like INSL is engaging. SS-34 is swarming down a couple marches that made a mistake from INSL, it looks like to me, before they're actually ready. 2 minutes till this Arc, and the points are very even right now. I haven't seen anybody push too hard on the structures, but we'll go ahead and check this Desert Altar and see if it's still under any pressure. This Desert Altar is definitely under some pressure from this rally because it's just so tanky. I think they've upped the counterattack or something somewhere in the system, because this rally just, Henry Nebu is just doing a lot better than it used to, I feel like. Or it's just that the gear on these rally leaders is just top tier. I'm not sure. I've just never had that kind of experience with the rally itself. So that's why I'm going to be trying this today. Looks like INSL is going in for the play for the Arc. They should be now because they are on the further away side. Looks like War Drums and Mystical Formation for both sides being cast. We'll see who gets the upper hand in this match, but it looks like a lot of SS-34 still coming to this fight. So if INSL had the marches, they could clear out some of these marches quickly, and then they could push towards the mid, since more and more SS-34 have to walk so much further to get to this mid fight. And a few streams of INSL coming in, but I'm seeing a lot more SS-34 marches coming in for this huge murder ball fight in the mid. Got about a minute and 15 seconds for the Arc, and we'll see who can cap it first. But I think that SS-34 has more marches here, but who has the better overall marches, who has the better gear, better everything else, it will be hard to tell until we get a little bit more into this mid fight. Many marches from INSL flying home, but there's a fairly steady stream coming from SS-34 marches going home, but there are a few more coming from INSL to basically even out this fight. The murder ball is being pushed towards the Arc. We'll see in about 35 seconds who's going to try and cap this Arc. A couple more reinforcements from INSL coming in to reinforce this murder ball. A lot of cav from that side, which is really, really good. SS-34 is using a lot more archers and infantry I'm seeing coming in, which is a little bit slow to get to this mid fight. And it's anybody's game at this point. I'm seeing that there's a lot of sad faces from both sides, so it's a very even mid fight. There's no one really coming out on top in this very quickly. In 10 seconds until the Arc is capped, more and more reinforcements coming in from both sides to try to even out their mid fight. But there's a weird Freddy in the middle here, which is an odd combo to be using in an Arc of Osiris League match. There's no AoE. He's basically just getting obliterated by all the YSG AoE around him. We'll see who caps this Arc first. It's neutral right now. Freddy and Matilda is probably supposed to be gathering, I would assume. So mistake made on that player's part for bringing their gathering march to the middle fight. That's a lot of troops to be burnt and points to be lost for gathering. Looks like INSL has grabbed it. A lot of SS-34 surrounding this Arc though to try to keep it on their end, but I'm seeing a lot more red marches at this point. So because a lot of these SS-34 marches are being sent home because they are very much lower then these INSL players coming in fresh. Looks like INSL has capped the arc again. Looks like the structure game is still even. No one has lost a structure yet. There is a lot of weak marches from SS34 still alive, but a lot of reinforcements from INSL coming in to reinforce and hopefully drag this arc further and further towards their side. We'll see who caps this arc again, but I'm really seeing a lot of red marches here in the mid from INSL trying to keep this arc. That Freddy is still alive somehow, and Matilda is still alive. I don't know how, but it's still alive. It finally got sent back home, but it should go back to gathering. Got some reinforcements from SS34 coming in for this arc. INSL doing a good job of dragging this arc further and further to their side. Slowly but surely, it's moving towards their side. SS34 trying to reinforce and catch up to this arc as they down the carrier once more. But there's a lot of INSL coming in. One player from SS34 trying to disrupt it, but most of them doing the right thing and ignoring them. Huge amount of marches from SS34 going home. Last few marches that were alive that were very small, killing the arc here. It looked like they got sent home. We'll see who caps the arc again, but it looks like INSL did just cap it again with an Ethelfled maybe, or an XY. I can't tell what exactly capped it, but it is on its way. It looks like it was the XY. He's taking huge amounts of damage. He goes down. Double C from SS34 getting sent home. Lot more red marches here. Not enough SS34 coming in. At this point from SS34, I really think they should be pushing one of these structures rather than trying to push this fairly large murder ball from INSL. They're basically just wasting troops getting sent back home. Huge amount coming in though, but if they can get this arc and drag it even further onto their side, I think there's going to need to be a call to back off on this unless they can somehow come around the backside and take some of the structure. Rally from SS34 being sent home. Wasn't look like enough players maybe in that rally to do anything well with that. I think a call has been made to go and do something else. Some players not paying attention like they should be, doing what they should, and start pushing some of these structures with a rally, because this march is going very far very quickly. XY trying to disrupt it, but if I was this player I would stop and just let them smash that XY so it could just keep going. XY may kill this Guan, but looks like there's some cab marches still going around trying to go for this Shrine of War, but I think it's too late, too little, too many marches from SS34 wasting time going towards mid, deciding that's not worth it, and then going around the back while there's so much on this side from INSL. Guan Yu did get dropped, and I think players need to realize they need to let fresh marches grab this arc and drag it, because they should have already dragged it much further away. SS34 did snatch it for a second to delay it, so hopefully they can get some more marches around this side, but they need to have a rally coming already. Henry Nebu, great rally to be using right now because it's that good mix between anti-swarm and damage on this structure. They really need to pop this Shrine of War and move it and get close to this, but this double C is very fast with T4. Very, very fast with Attila. I think that it was a smart move by this player to just go straight for the outpost, and I think this is long gone. Looks like there's charge talents on this. This march is very fast compared to any of these T5 marches trying to catch up to it. Looks like it's solidly in INSL's hands. They are pushing to defend their Shrine of War. Too late, too little from SS34, unfortunately for them. We'll see if there's any structure pops for them, but looks like INSL has capped the Shrine of Life for a few seconds there. They're going to probably cap it for a few points maybe. Shrine of War from INSL under some slight pressure, but all the marches from mid are swarming down this rally, and it's not going to last long enough because there's not enough reinforcements to it. Gets sent home. I think the structure is safe if they reinforce. It looks like this march is going by this way, which I think he should have just capped it in the outpost unless they wanted to hold it. Very fast march from them, so I think it's solidly in their hands. Still an even match here. I think that if SS34 had maybe prepared a little bit quicker to get to these structures and gotten here before this murder ball could have walked over here. They could have disrupted it with the rally, but it was just too late. So everybody's structures look like they're backed in their own hands, and we'll get back to the regular pull and tug on these arc structures, and then we'll see what happens. SS34 player still going for this arc, but at this point they're next to the cities and it's not really worth doing. You should just smash yourself and go home. Looks like the structure's still being swarmed a little bit, but the marcher's getting sent home. Small amount of pressure on this desert altar for INSL, but I don't see that this is going to be successful for SS34. Somebody's smashing themselves on the structure to get home. If there was still a rally on this structure from this desert altar, they could disrupt it. I don't know if they're going to have the troop capacity left to disrupt it, especially if there's a single reinforcement for the structure would stop them from taking it, but it's going to be close. If they don't reinforce this Guan Yu, Leo, or Scipio could take the structure if they don't reinforce. It's very low. Crucial smash on that because it was very, very low on that structure there. Looks like Flavius and probably Scipio. I think this structure is probably going to pop blue for a little bit. Plenty of reinforcements from SS34 to come swarm. Archer Rally here is doing a great job of tanking for this huge swarm on this structure. We'll see if they can cap it here for blue to get some points disruption, so they need that very, very much right now. Need a points disruption here to try and get some points back for themselves. They do pop the structure blue. Hopefully they have a captain of some sort to hold this structure for as long as possible. Looks like Osiris coming in. No captain swap from what I'm seeing. Now would be the best time to swap to a captain if you have one. If you don't, it's a bit of a mistake. Even an archer garrison will hold longer than a birdie or something of that sort. Desert altar from SS34 under a small amount of pressure. Rally being swarmed down from INSL. I don't think this rally is going to last very long. Not enough reinforcement marches for this rally. Basically all of the SS34 are swarming the snot out of it, so I think it's going to get sent home. Not enough reinforcements for that rally. It wasn't completely full. I don't think INSL losing their Sky Altar with plenty of reinforcements nearby. Mistakes made by the players nearby, not reinforcing the structure well enough, or they didn't have a captain. I'm not sure what was the problem here. Looks like there was very few reinforcements at the end here. Somebody getting out multiple times. Only two, seems like, was it two reinforcements from 3 different players, 1 reinforcement from 3 different players. But looks like the swarm was just too much, and no reinforcements from these players on this side. Small amount of points disruption is going to help INSL, not INSL, SS34 to try to keep this in their own hands. Looks like the Sky Altar has a captain again, and this should be fine for INSL to hold for right now. This Jadwiga is holding strong. I think this is going to be solidly in Red's hands. And we'll see if there's some more points disruptions for blue. Looks like this is going to pop blue very soon. Very many points disruption for Red team right now. They can't really afford to be taking so many points disruptions right now. I think almost every structure has popped blue for the Red side. So that means that they're losing points per minute here, where blue is capping and keeping all their structures and even defending this Desert Altar very, very well. This Shrine of Life keeps popping back blue. Points per minute lost for INSL, huge points per minute lost for INSL. If SS34 can keep this points disruption for a while, INSL was going to be in trouble because they can't keep their points per minute even up a little bit. 100 points per minute on average for the last couple minutes this year is not very good. Flips back blue for this Shrine of War. INSL is in trouble, not able to hold any of their structures for more than a few seconds here. Captain from blue team is not doing the best. It looks like archers. Boudica doesn't look like it's going to last very long. Not the best captain for a huge swarm from red team. Gets sent home. Back flips back red. See if they put a captain in. Looks like Cavs maybe is in this garrison right now. No, I guess it's archers. But hopefully we get a captain in here pretty soon or they're going to lose it again. Points per minute game in favor of blue team right now. Around 600 per minute for blue team and around 100 per minute for red team. 200 right now because they capped that altar at the top. They are still holding the arc for right now. Flips back blue again, this Shrine of War. Every minute that SS34 can keep this from being in INSL's hands is huge points disruption for them. They've swapped this multiple times on them, so there's so many red marches around that they're making huge mistakes just not swapping marches in. Looks like this blue building for SS34, this Jad is generating points, holding very strong here, unless she pops because she doesn't heal. I'm not sure, I thought that may have been a captain, but it's not. More and more marches going in to try and reinforce this Jadwiga holding strong. I think the only problem is this captain pop is very imminent because it's a low structure right now and it doesn't heal. I don't think she's going to last very long at this point because of that, but there's a lot of SS34 here trying to swarm down this Henry Nebu, hitting this structure, so we'll see if they can, do that. Looks like the Henry Nebu is going down. If blue can reinforce the structure, they'll hold it a little bit longer, but I think this captain pop is imminent. Captain pops, structure is going to flip back red very, very soon. No captain XY, not a good captain for this building. Heavy swarm from red team on this desert altar, flips back red. Looks like INSL has flipped all their buildings back red for right now, and they're trying to push this altar at the top. Looks like they have enough marches to defend that one. Got Shrine of Life. Still don't have any arc right now because looks like INSL is pushing back against SS34, trying to do their own points disruption, and it looks like this is a pretty safe structure on this side. Obelisk being taken to the top here by a probably T5 player, maybe from a rally. I think they probably don't have a lot of space to port over here though, and they'll divert one player to swarm down this obelisk. They really should have had a captain if they were even going to bother for this, so that they could at least port a 200 mil power player maybe, and maybe do some havoc on some of these 80 million power players. But at this point, these players are so large, you're not really going to hurt them too much because most of them have a lot of troops and you'll just melt on their cities. Looks like INSL is sending back all the SS34 marches, and we kind of flip back to that even standpoint right now because all the marches from SS34 have to refresh to push again for these structures. Looks like all the SS34 marches and buildings are safely in their own hands. These marches just went back. That's such a long walk to smash yourself and then go back. It's about the same distance. I don't know why they made that decision. Looks like another INSL building has flipped blue again. I don't know why. They didn't really have a huge amount of pressure from SS34 here on this side, so I'm not sure why they flipped back blue, but it did. So it looks like INSL capped the arc. I think that at this point they should have, it's hard to say, maybe have capped it sooner because they were doing a little bit better in arc than SS34 is, and they're losing their structures quite often here, not making a lot of points per minute here. Looks like SS34 is still in the lead for almost 600 points per minute, 500 for the other team, INSL. So if they can put more marches in this Shrine of Life and keep it for a fairly decent amount of time, this points gap is going to drift even closer together, which is really, really good for SS34 since they lost that first arc. They need to swap a captain in here, even any kind of archer garrison, any kind of garrison at all, would certainly help the structure's odds of staying up for a decent amount of time. Reinforcement marches hopefully coming in, but it looks like they're going to field fight instead of reinforcing. Hopefully they can put some marches in to defend the structure for as long as possible. If they can keep this in their hands and defend their structure, they're going to get some points per minute, some extra buffs. It's going to help them out a lot in the long run. INSL Garrison Captain is ready to swap in once this flips red again. A lot of red marches trying to swarm this down. Guan Yu Captain right now, hopefully Leo, because it's going to be tankier than Scipio at this point. So not the best captain, but it is a captain. Two captains, unfortunately, for blue team on this side from red team. So definitely looks like it's going to flip back red. A captain's going to go in, and we're going to be safe for at least a little bit longer on this red side, but it's going to be 2 minutes till they can start generating any points, and I think this points per minute is going to be relatively close, within 1,000 to 1,500 points by that time. Looks like red structure on this side is fairly safe if they reinforce. Looks like a lot of blue marches being sent home. So not a lot of pressure on this building, enough to take it, I don't think, from red team. Players making the mistake of killing the garrison captain right now when they should be swarming the structure and trying to put pressure. New garrison captain isn't going to help either way if you can't even take the structure from them with the amount of marches you have. They're realizing too late to go for the building rather than swarming down the extra captain. Extra captain is nice to kill, but when you're losing the fight here, you should really be putting more pressure on that structure. Looks like this structure is fairly safe for this Shrine of Life. Not a lot of reinforcements. It was being swarmed as well. It looks like INSL is going for mid-fight, and they'll see if they can't cap another arc. They have capped all their structures back other than an outpost that was taken by a sneaky XY player. Looks like SS34 is trying to position themselves again in the front of the arc match, at the very front of the arc. We'll see if they can do that, because a lot of INSL are a little bit quicker on this, I think, than they are, unlike last time. It looks like the Sky Altar, though, is under heavy pressure. They lose it. That's something they can't afford right now, is to lose a structure. Very few reinforcements in that building. Only 3 marches coming home. The mistake was made. Captain was too late. Captain may be swarmed down. We'll have to see if they can take this back, but all these players need to swarm the structure back, swap the Xeno in, and just reinforce at this point. They need to get this back as soon as possible. They need this points per minute game to be in their favor at all times if they can't get an arc. That Xeno captain getting very low. I think it's going to get sent home, unfortunately, for blue team. Looks like SS34 is gathering a lot. If they brought the gathering skill, does flip back blue. Mistake made by red team here, not reinforcing their structure again. Even though they have more marches here, I feel like they should have been just reinforcing rather than just field fighting. They could flip this back red if there's no reinforcements from blue. Looks like the blue team does not reinforce this building at all either. And we have about 4 minutes till arc, so we'll see if there's anything going on in mid. Looks like they are probably balling up, getting ready. INSL backing really far back. This XY is going to get sent home real soon. Small amount of pressure on this Shrine of Life probably, and Altar at the same time. Henry Gilga rally. I think that's a good rally if you know there's a Xeno, but there's no AoE, no real, I would say, counterattack on that, so it's going to be easier to swarm than probably the Nebu rally. Looks like all the structures are fairly safe for these teams, red and blue, other than the one we were looking at before for blue team that's flip black blue, but they don't really have they do have a captain now, which is surprising. They did swap a captain in, which is good for them. We'll see if they can keep that captain in and the reinforcements up, because it looked like there was very few reinforcements for the structure, even though they seem to have better marches now in that mid fight on that building right there. This arc match fight in the mid should start very, very soon. Points gap is still very, very close. If blue team can keep the disruption up, they should be able to keep this on their terms, but we'll see. Right now they are losing the points per minute game because they lost, it looked like, at least one structure. One of the altars is huge points to lose, and they're only taking the Shrine of War on the red team at this point. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit of pressure on this building, but it's being swarmed down. Rally defeated against that altar. Everybody is going mid. SS34 needs to win this arc to stay in the game, I think, because they are doing good disrupting structures, but if SS34 can't cap those structures, INSL will adapt to the strategy and probably keep their structures, which is bad for blue team here. Not sure on the strategy of going towards the top right here. I'm not sure it makes much difference where you fight, other than maybe getting reinforcements maybe a little bit faster from one side, but I don't understand the making the other side walk further. Not really. One blue player trying to disrupt these marches coming in. At this point, it's a decent thing to do because you're too far away. You get smashed either way. You are trying to just disrupt. I don't really understand the blue team or the red team, what they're doing here. They're trying to get around blue team, but I mean, your reinforcements have to walk further to your murder ball, so 1 minute left on this mid fight, and we'll get it started. A lot of red team walking all the way over, trying to get to this weird spot to stand. Looks like red team's engaging. We'll see what skills are popped here. 2 to death from SS34 I think is a good play. 2 to death from INSL as well. I think that at this point, Heaven's Grace from INSL as well. I think INSL's got the advantage for popping 2 skills at the same time. We'll have to see if SS34 is going to pop another skill as well, or if it just didn't come up because of the extra marches being fighting here. We'll have to see who wins this, but the Heaven's Grace from INSL is going to help them stay alive longer. I think SS34 is going to have that issue if they don't have a lot more marches than INSL does here. We'll see who caps this arc. Still have 15 seconds for the mid fight for the arc to spawn, and we'll see who gets the arc cap first. I feel like INSL is in a better position to cap this arc, but I'm seeing a lot of red marches being sent home here. We'll have to see if there's more red marches here or more blue. Arc has spawned, and we'll see who caps this arc. I think INSL has done a much better job, though, of capping this arc. Even if they get it on their side, it's going to be very easy for them to drag it. It does look like SS34 managed to grab it at this bottom left here, and they're trying to run away with it. Full march, Nevsky running away with it. All these blue marches, I think, are just a little bit better than the red marches. Unfortunately, I think the Heaven's Grace was popped too soon from INSL to help their marches stay alive. There wasn't enough damage dealt or healing to be done when your marches are already full. They popped it as soon as the 2 to death was done. It was a little bit too soon. I think if they waited an extra 5-10 seconds, they could have had a much better effect. It looks like the blue team wiped them out because they have better or more marches in the mid. This is what SS34 needed. They needed this arc. They need to cap it or hold it and cap the structures from red team. We'll have to see what their decision is here. I think that blue team solidly has this arc, and they should be going and splitting up and going for both these structures. I think they may have a bit of an issue where this arc player may be pressed at this back side, though, because a lot of INSL are ditching their Desert Altar and going for that arc. I think that may be a bit of a mistake. They need to hold their structures at this point and hope that they cap the arc and they can go for another one, but they pop to the death as well, so I don't know that INSL should have popped to the death because they kind of making a small mistake where they lost. They don't have it again. They can't win the next one with it, so small mistakes from red team here on doing some of their popping their skills. I think get a different song going. That'll work. Looks like the arc carrier being hit by an XY, but I think it should be safe. I think blue team's going to be swarming the structure here pretty soon. If they got a rally coming, which I hope they do. It looks like there could be points disruption. Rally is hitting, but being swarmed down. Reinforced it, though. Reinforcements for this structure, I think it's going to flip blue, though. There's a lot of blue marches coming in to swarm the structure. Fairly healthy blue marches still swarming. But a lot of reinforcements from red team this time. They are reinforcing the structure a lot better than they were before. Xeno is back on red again, but she did hit yellow for a while there, so we'll see if there's enough blue marches here swarming the Xeno down. A lot of blue marches being sent home leads me to believe this Xeno is going to hold strong. Looks like a Xeno Flav, so it should be fairly tanky compared to Xeno YSS at this point. Pretty much pure infantry in this garrison should be able to hold as long as they reinforce. A lot of infantry marches from INSL over here to reinforce. I think this is pretty safe. A lot of blue marches being sent home, unfortunately for blue team. I think it was just didn't work. This player should have been swarming the structure. They could flip this Desert Altar, though, since they flipped it and went straight for arc again on this side, trying to disrupt arc. I think they needed to send way more marches to try and do that because they're going to lose their Desert Altar now. As long as this player swarms fast enough, they can definitely flip this blue and give a points disruption for red team. They needed to have swarmed earlier, though, because reinforcement marches are going in for red team to stall while more come in. So we'll see if they flip it blue, but I'm not seeing enough reinforcements just yet coming in. Flips blue, captain pops, points disruption. Looks like blue team's sending home anybody that was swarming the arc carrier, but I don't know that they're gonna. Red team's not gonna be able to take this from blue team, so I think that blue team solidly has this arc in their hands. They do need somebody to actually, you know, pick it up though, and I think they're using a double C, which is a good idea, but at least it's coming already, so it wasn't too big of a deal. This flip blue, we'll see how long they can hold it. Points per minute in favor of INSL because I think that blue team lost a few structures while some other things were going on. Looks like Desert Altar pops for red team, and we'll see what happens if blue team can cap it back. I think these marches are too low though to cap this structure again, but we'll have to see. Looks like blue team is swarming down this Nevsky. They don't get a captain swap very soon. The blue marches may cap this back blue, simply because there's no captain and no real reinforcements for the structure. If they flip this blue, that's a mistake on red team's hands because these blue marches are extremely low, and since there's no captain, you should be reinforcing with basically anything at this point because you just need to hold it while your captain comes flying in from back here. Should be at least one, maybe two captains in. A lot of fresh marches coming in for blue team. Hopefully a second rally is coming. If a second rally was coming for a blue team, they would definitely have a higher chance of this. I think SS34 should hold this arc if they can keep. They aren't holding their buildings though. They lost this building. Archer captain though here is a decent choice since it's going to hold a little bit longer than just a random Boudica or a random Guan Yu. Not the best captain obviously, but it's a captain nonetheless. Probably not going to have the best gear either since it's a little bit of an outdated garrison unfortunately. Looks like a blue garrison captain should be going in. That should flip back and stay blue. Looks like they are swarming this structure on this side from the Desert Altar, but they're being sent home. No rally really hurts this swarm, so they really should have hoped or set a rally much sooner. Because now if the rally's coming, it's far too late to be sending a rally now. It's just going to get obliterated and sent home. All these blue marches should have held out even just a few seconds longer before that rally hit. Had it tank, and hopefully they could have capped it blue. All these blue marches going for this Shrine of Life. Looks very safe though for this rally. The rally is getting swarmed. Unfortunately for blue team, they can't capitalize on that. One player from red team gathering march is gonna get swarmed maybe? They have their gathering march in the middle of the fight. I think that's a bit of a mistake from red team. Looks like blue team is holding the arc right now. I think as far as I can tell they are holding it. I don't know if they should hold it or keep it. It's kind of a weird decision to make because they need to hold their structures, and right now the points per minute is even, so this arc is worth I think another 500 points more than the last one. So if they keep capping these structures blue, and this Xeno's captain is fresh, looks like it is going to hold for some time as long as they reinforce. Xeno YSS in here going to hold strong for at least a little bit, maybe to at least generate a few points as long as they reinforce the structure. And looks like a lot of blue marches here swarming down anybody swarming the structure. Good play by SS34 to hold on to this building here. We have about 15 minutes till our own arc match, and we'll go ahead and see what that is like before this arc match is over. I'll have to swap some gear over and get in the Discord for that. So looks like blue team is going to probably hold this structure for at least a little bit. Points per minute game and points overall are very even still, but I think that blue team is holding a 3,000, 3,500 arc, so these points would definitely be different once they cap that arc. And I do think blue team is gathering a lot of resources off the map right now for their team. So we'll see how long this stays blue, but if it can stay blue for even a little bit, it's a huge advantage for blue team right now to have a altar over a shrine. The Xeno YSS should hold as long as these marches around, even if they are low, should just be swapping whatever marches they have, hoping to keep the structure for at least a few minutes would be amazing. But looks like the rally is trying to get a spot here to hit this garrison, and it's probably going to flip back red since there's so much swarming it. A little bit of mistake here though from red team, where fresh marches are trying to get in and dead marches are swarming. So it's going to flip red, but I think it could have flipped red maybe a little bit sooner with a little bit stronger marches hitting earlier. Decent fight from red and blue team here in the mid, while red tries to push for the structure. Looks like Shrine of War capped for red team from blue team's side. It looks like they will hold it for at least a minute. No real captain there though. INSL and SS34 are gathering a lot of resources, so they're both popping that gathering skill boost, and we'll see if that has a huge effect on this right now. SS34 using hard push. I don't think there's enough reinforcements though here to do enough for this structure and take it down. Not enough blue marches here. Red gonna swarm down this Nebu and Henry. Go ahead and check this altar and see what kind of pressure it has. I don't think there's enough pressure here unless there's a rally. It is a rally, but this might flip red if they swarm enough. We'll have to see if they can flip this blue, or flip it red. My bad. There's a Jad, I think, captain, so this archer rally is being pummeled to death. I don't think these marches are strong enough to take it as long as these marches in the back reinforce this Jad. She should be able to hold strong enough to last out and not get capped by red team. She is hitting red though, so we'll have to see if they reinforce. I don't think there's enough reinforcements here from blue. Blue team is having an issue reinforcing. A couple critical reinforcements did go in. This Jad is still very low. A lot of marches staying around for blue team still, trying to decide what to do or something, but unfortunately for red team, their marches just weren't enough. There wasn't enough of them left to push this desert altar. It's going to stay blue unless the captain pops, and they're extremely lucky. Looks like this sky altar is finally flipping back red, but that Xeno captain did hold for a while, at least 30 seconds to a minute, so that did help them out for a while. Looks like all the structures are back to even right now. I don't really see, other than this, which is going to stay blue, I don't see anything too huge where there's going to be points disruption just yet. We still have 4 minutes left on that arc. This captain should be fine over here since there's plenty of reinforcements. I think the biggest fight is if blue team can cap this sky altar again, because that top left altar should be fairly safe. If there's a rally coming for blue team, which there is, Cav very fast. Looks like Nevsky and Joan. I think they could cap this blue, give them some points disruption again. Right now though, the points per minute game is even, but I think if blue team can do a couple more disruptions, they may pull off the victory here. But it's going to be a very close match either way. And right now red can't afford any sort of points disruption because they don't have this arc. There's 4 minutes left on this last arc. It's going to be the last arc. They're going to hold it to the last 8 minutes, and that'll be the last thing you'll hear about for arc. Let's see about something else here. Red structure here being very heavily punished by blue team. Reinforcement marches are going in as you see it going up and down, but there's a fresh rally hitting the structure, and I think that's going to do so much damage for the structure. It's going to flip blue. I think that red team is trying their best to hold these structures, but there's just too much pressure from blue team on their side, so I don't think they're going to hold this. It's going to flip blue very, very soon. A couple critical reinforcements trying to get in, but this Jad just can't hold long enough. It's going to flip blue very, very soon. Somebody to get in though, but I think this rally is just doing so much damage. There's not enough reinforcements. Flips blue, 55 seconds roughly, and it's going to stay blue for at least a little bit. Looks like red team successfully defended this shrine. Desert altar from red team is safe, but I think that most of the structures from blue are pretty safe. This could definitely flip blue if they swarm enough with these amount of marches. This should flip blue. Rally is being swarmed down from SS34, but at this point there's so much swarmers around surrounding this completely. There's no heal from Flavius. It's not Xeno, it's Scipio. This is going to flip blue very, very soon. A couple critical reinforcements coming in for this structure, but I think it's going to flip blue very, very soon, and I think that's going to be the biggest issue for red team here, is that they're losing these structures at the very last 5-10 minutes, where they're not going to generate hardly any points from these structures. and that's an issue for them. If they can keep swarming here, they can take this structure from red, and looks like somebody capped arc, weirdly enough, from red team, which somebody must not have been paying attention, which doesn't really matter, but it's kind of funny. This does flip blue. Unfortunately for red team, they cannot keep their structures. 740 per minute for blue, 360 for red. Unfortunately for red team, I don't think that they're going to be able to win this arc match. I think it's just slightly too much points disruption for red team to hold on to this, when they would have to have gathered a lot more than SS34, and I think they both have a dedicated gatherer, at least one. So I think that this Xeno captain, the Sky Altar, is going to hold out for at least a couple minutes, and it's generating points right now. If there's enough reinforcements, this could hold, but there's no real reinforcements on this side, so it may not hold as long as you think. Unfortunately, no reinforcements for the Xeno, so Xeno YSS just doesn't hold as long as it used to, simply because I think Flavius is just more stats, so for the infantry, this tankier. Yep, this Sky Altar is going to pop back red, but it did hold for about a minute or so to generate some points, and disrupt for about 2 minutes for red team, which is an issue for them in the last 8 minutes of this arc match. Looks like we got INSL defending their Desert Altar fairly well. Shrine of Life flips back red. They're going to try and make a play for this Sky Altar, I think it is, up at the top left. Or bottom? Yeah, top left. Gonna have to see if red team can do any points disruption here. They do cap arc from red team, which means there's no more arc. Points are still fairly even, 32,000 for blue team, 30.5 for red team, and we're gonna have to see if there's enough gathering from blue team or from red team to make up the points here, because they don't have all their structures right now. They are losing on this points per minute game by a decent amount, where they aren't going to make any points up. So at this point in the arc match, you need to be holding your structures and maybe even just gathering to get the last few points out of anything you got. At least holding your structures is your biggest deal right now. You need to hold all your structures these last 5 minutes and hope that you gathered enough to defend and get the win here. But looks like red team trying to push for this Sky Altar, but rally is not really supported. A lot of blue marches coming in to defend since they stopped defending the arc. Rally going to get defeated probably for that Shrine of War at the top left, top middle. From red team, they're going to lose that. They're not going to be able to take it from blue team. That's a pretty safe structure for blue team there. Shrine of Life looks very safe. A lot of weird fighting going on for red team. No push, just field fighting. A little bit of mistake there. Rally's coming from this side for this Shrine of War. It is, looks like archers. I think this is going to flip blue again. Not enough reinforcements from red. I don't know if there's going to be enough coming in to keep this structure for them again. I think they're having that issue where they keep losing their structures, even though they haven't learned that they need to be, rather than fighting all these marches, they need to be defending their structure and stacking up. Too many SS34 are just smashing your marches at this point. You need to back up a little bit, defend a little bit better, rather than being so offensive. At this last few minutes, you need to hold your structures rather than pushing, because you keep seeming to lose your own. And that's the same points per minute as taking somebody else's. If you can't keep your own, it's a big issue for you at the very last few minutes here. Looks like Gilga and Henry hitting this structure, but it's being swarmed down. So we'll have to see if they can points disruption here in the last 5 minutes, but I think it's fairly safe for red team if they reinforce, which they've been having that issue lately. Not really seeing a rally from blue team coming yet, but there's a lot of marches around this Sky Altar. They do have a rally. Okay, they're on point on this side. On this Sky Altar, they've been doing a very good job. Excuse me. From blue team on swarming and rallying the structure down at the same time as the rally hits. They're swarming. I think some of the marches are a little bit slow to get swarmed because they're going around the sides, but they are swarming the structure. I think that the rally is being pummeled though, so did get reinforcements on that rally, but still a lot of marches going surround the structure. They're not really getting in on the swarm very quickly, which is an issue for them. Finally, some of these blue marches are swarming, but some of them decided to swarm down this garrison captain, it looks like to me, or they're still circling, which I think this should stay red if there's still an issue where they're still not swarming the structure from all these blue marches still going home. This might be safe for red team if all these marches are just not fast enough to swarm. I think someone spent too much time. This split blue, man. Ugh. Last 4 minutes, you lost your structure, and you have this many marches around. I don't know what to say, man. You can't be losing your structure in the last 4 minutes. You can't. You just can't. With all these marches, you lost this blue, lost this red. Like, mistakes for red team here. I don't think they're going to be able to pull this off. Unfortunately, they are losing their structures last minute. On both sides, both Shrine of Life and Shrine of War have been lost. Points disruption in this last 3 minutes is critical. I think blue team's going to flip back and get almost double the points per minute very, very soon if they can hold on to this structure on this side. Blue team reinforcing this Nevsky. Hopefully, we'll have to see if they can actually reinforce, though. May flip red just because there's people walking around awkwardly. Does flip red. We'll have to see if blue team can do any more points disruption. But it looks like in the last 3 minutes, we're going to see a lot of gatherers coming in very soon. Gatherers from red team coming back. It looks like there's been at least one dedicated gatherer, maybe. Looks like dedicated gatherer march coming in. A couple more marches coming in. We'll have to see if this is enough points, though. I don't know if this is going to be enough points for red team to pull this off. They've been losing way too many structures this whole game. Didn't see a whole lot of points go up for red team there, so I'm not sure what that march had. I may not have had much. Not sure. Looks like red team trying to do a points disruption here in the last 2 minutes, but I think popping that skill was a little bit too late. Or not too late, but too early. Not enough of their marches are even swarming yet. Should have waited an extra 3 or 4 or 5, 10 seconds for these marches to get close and then pop it. I know there's 2 minutes left, but you need to actually have people hitting. Blue team buffed their rally a little bit, so if there's no reinforcements for this red team, they may have an issue where they lose that Shrine of War in the last minute and 55 seconds. Strong defense from the Shrine of Life for blue team. Blue team going to try and defend that structure. Looks like this one's probably safe for blue team. Definitely safe for red team there. Looks like blue team is holding strong there. So we're going to have to see what happens here at this Desert Altar. Can they points disrupt here in the last minute? I don't think they can. The buff was used too early, too little. 34,000 for red team, 37 for blue. I think this is safe to say blue team has won this ARC match. GG for blue and red teams here, INSL and SS34. Don't remember the kingdom numbers, but I think blue safely captured this win. Very good match, but like I was saying, red team needs to reinforce better. They just could not reinforce enough. And that was their last and final arc here, I think, for this Osiris League. I think they just didn't have enough in their tanks to reinforce. I'm not sure what else to say. That was their final mistake, is not being able to do that. So we got about 40 seconds here, and I do believe red team is going to lose here. So I'm going to go ahead and quit this match because we got about a minute or two before our arc match, and I need to make sure I'm ready to go. So GG for red and blue teams. Looks like blue's going to win this. I hope you guys bet on blue team. So we're going to quit, go back. We have about a minute till my own arc match. So I'm going to turn down the music on my end and get into Discord. Alrighty. Hello? Hey. Alrighty. Let's see here.
All right. Nice match and good luck to us.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Okay. Oh my god, I may have forgotten to do something. Fuck. What would you forget? What else did I forget? That's the one I forgot. Cause no one. Yeah.
Seriously?
I can't remember everything. So yeah, no one reminds me sometimes, so I can't remember everything. Oh well, it's whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, there are so many officers for so many skills. Everyone can do it. Even I can do it. Jesus. No, whatever. I don't want to even handle it right now.
Alright, I placed markers for everything. Let's see how this goes. Sorry about that, guys, but I forgot.
Okay.
So
Happens.
it doesn't help when I don't set the arc matchup, so I forget. But I mean, everybody should know now what the skills are anyways, so I don't know. Alrighty.
Well, without hard push, we have nothing.
Yep. I mean, even if, I don't know, doesn't matter now, so. You have to prove you're better than the skills. We'll see. Probably not, but it's okay. It is what it is. So make sure you guys are going towards your structures, and we'll see how it goes. Make sure somebody caps the middle outpost.
So many matches going and nobody caps the outpost. They canceled the rally. Now they're going for.
That's fine.
Be careful. Who's playing music on the background?
Oops. Me. You shouldn't be able to hear it though. I don't think so. You guys said near the Sky Altar, group up a little bit and push these guys. Don't just immediately go for them if you don't have to. Alrighty. .20 5 seconds and you can teleport. I don't think they took it any faster than we did, so. I'm sure somebody's ready to cap the Sky Altar, please. I'm gonna go for this run of life. Somebody needs to cap it, please. Thank you. Somebody cap the Desert Altar? No. Okay. Make sure we're reinforcing the Shrine of War and the Sky Altar, guys, please. Everybody from top side, reinforce Sky Altar and go for. You guys need to reinforce the building though. Reinforce, and we're gonna go for this Shrine of Life. If anybody has a free march, set a rally. I can't right now. I have too many marches out.
Reinforce Shrine of War, guys, please. Not enough reinforcements.
Push for this Shrine of Life, guys, if you can.
There is an Sky Altar, please.
Yep, second. Everybody push for the Shrine of Life, start swarming, please. Everybody else, if you get a march sent home, go for Arc. Everybody needs to swarm the building, please, at top Shrine of Life, please. Get your march sent home, go for Arc. Reinforce top Shrine of Life if you have an extra march. Go for Arc, otherwise make sure we're reinforcing the Desert Altar, top Sky Altar, whatever it's called, and go for Arc otherwise. You guys at Desert Altar, keep swarming the structure, please. Everybody that you're there, keep swarming. You can probably cap it. Archer rally for that Shrine of Life again, please. If you can, reinforce the rally. Everything else go mid. Group up near the marker. See here. Keep sending mid, guys. Doing fine, so make sure we have reinforcements for Sky Altar. If you have an extra reinforcement, you need to fill it up if you can, if you're still at home. Send a Nymph March, fill it all the way up so we're good to go. Try to get in front of the arc here. Anybody at arc, go ahead and go into the mid, closer up, move up. Just group up and don't chase too far, just make sure we're standing in the front. Need reinforcements in this Sky Altar, guys.
You know, right.
Go ahead and swarm it, and I reinforced it, so just swarm them behind it. You should be fine. Don't push too far in mid yet, guys. Just stay in the front. Kraken, you need to back off, please. Other team is still not showing up for Arc. Can somebody be ready to grab Arc, please? If anybody's ready, make sure you're ready to grab Arc. Engage the guys that are coming for arc, please. The guy on the far left, kill him.
Bro, Kobe kill him. Oh, he's an RP.
Yep. Somebody be ready to grab arc though, please. Target the cav marches if you can first.
Please.
Oh, we lost it? That sucks.
Yeah.
Right. Keep dragging arc if you can't. Kill arc here, guys. Thought we grabbed it first, it's not. Keep trying to pick up arc, guys. Keep engaging.
And after the rally, guys, so Sky Altar need reinforcements.
Yeah, I'll help you in a second. Archer rally on the other one now, please. Keep sending for arc if you haven't. Keep sending for arc. Just reinforce the rallies. Keep sending for arc. Everybody else. Kill the arc carrier if you can. Keep sending for, well, at this point it's too late. Keep going for structures. We need to push on some of the other structures. The other side was way too late, so for mid, like usual.
We don't have skills for melee. We can't apprehend them.
They didn't use skills to beat us though. Nobody from left side came. Not really. Need reinforcements in Sky Altar top. Reinforce it. Need the captain again too. Otherwise, push for Shrine of Life if you're up top. And push for Desert Altar if you're coming home. All you guys need a reinforced Shrine of War and push for the Desert Altar, please. And reinforce Sky Altar, please. Be sure to reinforce in Sky Altar, please. Try to group up and push for that Desert Altar if you guys can with the rally. Reinforce the rally, push with the rally. Otherwise, defend the Shrine of Life. You need to hold it. Otherwise, reinforce if you aren't at the Shrine of Life. Defend the Sky Altar, please. If you can hold their structures, the arc doesn't matter. Make sure you guys are swarming the structure, not the marches around. On Desert Altar. All of you guys need to swarm the structure for Desert Altar, please.
I'm swarming, but I'm the only one.
I'm talking to everybody. And Kraken, stop rallying the obelisk. It's a waste of time. Okay. Just keep this up and we should be fine. We're making the points per minute here. May need one or two reinforcements for this Shrine of War if you're got sent home. Make sure we're reinforcing the Shrine of War. Just keep our stuff topped off and we should be fine. Just be an easy win if I was smart enough to remember shit.
1% jump already, we might be able to make a full point off.
Nah, they're just let them hold it. Oh well.
No, they have a ritual on it and it's alone.
Well, yeah, guys, if you're well, hold on. Shoot. Just defend Shrine of Life, but if you want to set a rally to try and take it, go for the outpost. Why does my screen keep doing that to me?
Alito, take it.
Try to take the outpost. Go for the arc if you can. Keep smashing their marches if you can, near the Shrine of Life. Keep going for the XYs and stuff. Take the captain out later. Don't worry about it right now. Kill the high damage marches first, and then take the captain down afterwards. The longer we hold this Shrine of Life, the better.
Islam, try to draw the Chaos Marcher. I'm coming for guys.
Keep sending reinforcements to defend that Shrine of Life if you can. Keep trying to make a push for that Desert Altar. Everybody that needs to be there, swarm that structure. You almost have it. If you points, good job, guys. Good job. The longer we hold these structures, the more points we get back. So if you got smashed from Shrine of Life, send the marches back. We need to hold their structures and hope the other team can hold them back. So reinforce that Desert Altar, guys. Keep sending reinforcements for that. If you have marches nearby, or if you're on that side, reinforce as much as you can. Try and hold it. Reinforce Shrine of Life if you get close to it, please, with anything. Swarm down Shrine of Life if you can. Always set a rally and then reinforce and try and do it again. So everybody just group up again if you were going for the Shrine of Life and doing like another push for it. So let's see. Fill the Archer rally, please, and then send reinforcements to start swarming again, please. For top team. Everybody else needs to push for altar. So don't engage them just yet if you're coming back for this Shrine of Life or whatever. Just group up near it, in front of it while the rally comes. You guys for Desert Altar, swarm that Desert Altar immediately, please. If you're not already. If the other team would hold their damn structures, it would help so much. Keep swarming that Desert Altar, guys, if you're over there for now. Try and get a captain drop on that for them. And put whatever in, and I'll see if I can swap it. Steve, it's best you just probably leave your birdie in. It'd probably be best. Unless there's something else we have. Should take it, yeah. Okay. Just make sure you guys reinforce with Cav. We can get a Jad. Okay, I'll swap it. Reinforce Cav on that Desert Altar. And hold it as long as we can. Everybody else top team, we need to swarm down this Shrine of Life. Rally, once the rally hits, start swarming. Ignore their marches, swarm the structure. Once we take structure, fill it with whatever archers you have, and then we fight back. It's not full, so fill it with archers, and then can somebody get out of this Shrine of Life though, please, so I can get in, please? Just one march.
Me again.
Alright, busy. Try not to take it out next time. Keep killing their marches at Shrine of Life, please, and we should be good for a while. Just hold the buildings, and that's all we can do for right now. Just fill it up with archers and stay close to the Shrine of Life, please. Get rid of this. Okay, just stay close to the Shrine of Life. Wait for them to come to us. Gonna need reinforcements in Sky Altar though, guys. If anybody got a march sent home, please reinforce. You guys stay by Shrine of Life. I'm gonna go defend the altar, I think. So go ahead and engage them at Shrine of Life, guys, trying to hold it as long as you can. Otherwise, if you get set home, send reinforcements to Sky Altar. Resend your marches to Shrine of Life, please, once you get sent home. Just resend your marches to Shrine of Life. Keep trying to kill their marches. Kill that, swarm that XY down, please. If you're up top, Shrine of Life, swarm the rally down. Resend your marches to Shrine of Life. Refresh Sky Altar. Once rally hits for the Desert Altar, make sure you guys swarm, please.
Okay, they kept the air.
I still don't know why they have so many more points than this, though. Just keep reinforcing Shrine of Life. If you have an Archer March, keep sending it back. Make sure we reinforce Sky Altar too, guys, please. Just regroup up near right in front of Shrine of Life. We're gonna lose it, so we'll rally it again. Just remember to fill the Archer March rally. I actually just gonna stop swarming. Okay. Please shout out if you guys take something. Desert Altar needs to be shouted out, please. Need reinforcements, Sky Altar, please. If you're still coming, go ahead and swarm down the Gilga, and then we'll re-rally this Shrine of Life and take it back. Just to fill up the Archer rally, it's going to set right now. Just fill up Sky Altar, please. Swarm down the Gilga, and then we'll go for Shrine of Life again when the rally is going to be sent. Go ahead and go send for once you swarm the Gilga, go for Arc.
Is 5.5 minutes and we have to win it or we lose the game.
No, that's what I said. That's what I said. Go for Arc after you get done with the Gilga. Just set the rally, go for Arc. Other team needs to show up though, would be helpful. Just make sure you send for Arc. Don't worry about Shrine of Life right now, just let the rally go, it should be fine. As long as it was full. It's full, just make sure we're sending mid instead.
Reinforce Sky Altar, guys.
Yeah, reinforce Sky Altar too. Don't worry about Desert Altar, just go for Arc if you can. Try to position slightly in front of the Arc if you're there already. Just group up as best you can. Need reinforcements for Sky Altar, guys, if you get sent home somewhere online here. Don't engage just yet, just stay near Arc. I'm sure everybody's grouped up. Don't engage them, just keep them away. And please, somebody be ready to grab Arc, or I'm gonna have to do it, I guess. I'm gonna set another Archer rally in about 30 seconds for the other Arc, so... For the other, whatever it's called.
Whatever we do without this.
You do what you can.
It's gonna pop to the top.
Doesn't matter. Make sure reinforcing Sky Altar top, guys. If you get sent home, reinforce. In 5 seconds or so, we're gonna launch another Archer rally. Make sure you're ready to reinforce it. You keep pressure up on these buildings. Alright, there's a minute till Arc. Go ahead and start pushing them if you aren't there already.
See, they're gonna pop to the death.
Just push. Just push.
Let's push, guys.
Somebody grab arc and push. Just push. We got 1 minute till arc. Just kill them. Just keep sending for arc. That's all I gotta say. We have more marches. It doesn't matter. It only lasts for so long. Just keep sending for arc. Thirty seconds left. Be ready to grab arc, please. Somebody. Keep sending for arc though if you get sent home. Somebody please grab arc, you got 5 seconds.
Lost Skyaltar, guys.
Protect arc carrier, keep sending for arc. Ditch structures, go for arc only. Protect arc carrier, please. Somebody grab arc, please, and keep dragging it. Keep sending for arc. Kill arc carriers if they think they send one. Kill arc carrier, please.
He's down.
Keep trying to drag it our side. We need to stall this so we have less chance they have skills. Keep trying to grab arc, please. Somebody grab arc and drag it. Even delay it a little bit. The longer we delay it, the better. Anybody pick arc up? Kill arc carrier, please. I want them to just run away with it. Bullshit.
It's all, take it down.
I really hate Devil C. It's really stupid. It's actually just stupid. You should not be that fast. I don't care. It's not fair.
He has the equipment and everything.
It shouldn't matter. You shouldn't be that fast with arc. That's faster than T5 marches normally. This is ridiculous.
Guess we know we can't win arc without skills.
Well,
Definitely not without skills.
The skills won't save unless you save.
can we set a rally on this desert altar, please?
Stay one. In the arc.
Somebody set a rally on this desert altar, please. Somebody needs to pick up arc or kill carrier. Dragon to our side, please.
There are too many there.
Set a rally on
We have
Desert
no
Altar,
chance.
please.
No chance if they are so close to the city. I mean, I don't. I mean, we can try, but we get obliterated.
Just
Fucking hell, it's the last time I played with DP. Jesus. Fucking play art on this level.
Well, if only we had the skills.
I can't remember everything, so.
Send the infantry guys in Skelter, please. Our obelisk.
I don't care. not that good. It's just we forget some things, so. Another team really does not do very good. It doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. No one else remembered anyways, so. Doesn't matter, man. Don't worry about it. The other team just dicked off anyway, so. Wow, you did such an amazing skill. And I really should be the person that sets up the arc to remember some of the, like, I don't know. We know the skills already. I don't know. I don't know.
Only now of the
Alright guys, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go do something else. We're gonna see if we can't get back into this TR and all that stuff match. So, see where that goes from there. I just can't be tasked with remembering something as small as skills because it's like, it's been so long that people can remember it too. But it seems like it has to go through so much it has to go through one person to remember it, and it's like we've been using it forever, so it is what it is. But there's 4 other people that can remember that or even look at it or hanging out on Discord while I'm doing something else. I mean, they can at least do any kind of skills, I mean literally anything. So, but no one seems to pay attention. So I have to remember 20 million things. Alright, we'll go ahead and get into this TR versus LIV. I think that's probably the best match for 15 UTC matches, so we'll go ahead and tune into this and see how this goes. We got Bunny and all them over here in TR. They're versus LIV. Here's some of the better combatants from both teams. I think both teams have done pretty good as far as I know. LIV lost, I think, their first match, and then I think maybe they won their second one or third one or whatever it was. TR, I think, won their first or second one, so I think this is a very, hopefully, an even match for both sides. We'll have to see. TR should have maybe a bit of a disadvantage, I don't know, based on troops and stuff like that they have. So go ahead and see if TR can pull this off. But yeah, we're gonna have to rethink some things that we do for our art though, because I don't know, I just can't be tasked to remember everything. I can't do this and do that, so I'm gonna have to just be, I don't know, more used to, I don't know, I can't be tasked to remember everything, so when it comes to that kind of stuff. And people should know that they're the same skills that have been used for like 6 months now. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and see about music though. I'm not getting what I want. Let's see if we got something else. I don't know. Battle starts. Looks like Bunny and them are ready to go. Got some fast T1s coming, Double C and Honda with a Khan also. Very fast T1 coming out here. So we'll see if we can get them going here. LIV doing very similar. Fast T1, probably already flying very fast, probably with Honda, it looks like to me. A lot of people use Honda, I think he gets a lot of extra march speed. And then I'm not sure if they use it for troop capacity or if it's just the march speed that he provides. That's a pretty decent amount of march speed, I think. So pretty fast LIV capture coming in. That person grabs multiple nodes and the outpost, so I think they should probably be one of the first ones to get it. It's like they were first, and I would assume this one should be second over here on this side. Yep, Double C Con, couple seconds slower. Not as good a path probably. Looks like Double C Honda's almost there, and then we have this Double C Honda that's almost there as well. Very even capture time for both teams. We'll see where all these teams are going to be heading here in a second. Alrighty. Looks like we have a lot of TR marches going for the altar on the other side. We have a weird Guan Scipio rally. Don't quite understand that one. I mean, if you have a Xeno garrison, I get it, but you would think they would use Cav garrison since it's faster, but maybe they think it's worth it. Not seeing some Shrine of War marches coming in from LIV. They're going for the altar. Looks like TR is using a fast Cav rally here. They'll probably cancel that. Other than that, I'm not seeing, a little bit slow, I think, for TR here. For some reason somebody's scouting, not sure why, from LIV. It's like this side is the heavier side from TR, and they should be pushing this altar pretty heavily. T1 march from LIV, smashing themselves. Good amount of LIV coming in, but they might be a little bit late here. We'll have to see if they're on point and get there in time. Multiple outpost rallies from LIV, and we'll see if they can capture their outposts from the enemy team. Seeing a lot of people around the outpost though, so they'll probably be defending these. Looks like Desert Altar troops are getting close from LIV, and we'll see if they can capture this. Let's see if we can't get something else going here anyways. Let me turn it up a little bit myself too. Alrighty. Looks like TR Marches is trying to disrupt some of this marches from LIV. TR LIV marches engaging a little bit early for LIV. I think they should have waited a few seconds to engage. TR pushing heavily for this Desert Altar, and we'll see that everybody's ported in a decent way on this side. We'll see if TR can capture this Desert Altar. Still 50 some seconds for them to get this slow, so got plenty of time for them to field fight on this side. A lot of marches going for the back end job on that side. I think this Desert Altar is pretty safe for TR. I'm not seeing enough LIV marches alive left that are going to be able to take this structure from them. Still many of them coming in, but I don't think they're going to be able to take that. Looks like TR is still trying very hard on this side, and I think they may have a slight upper hand on this side of the battlefield. Many marches around this Desert Altar. It looks like Jadwiga is ready to get in. We'll see if she gets in before anybody else, or if she's going to be sent home first. A lot of TR marches moving towards this Desert Altar now. Hopefully one of these two Jadwigas can get in for LIV in the next 5 seconds. Looks like we even have a Jan garrison as well. Who will get in first? Have to see. Looks like an LIV march got in a double C. Hopefully they swap that captain as soon as possible to a Jad. This double C garrison is going to melt these captains really fast. The captain was changed, but a lot of TR marches are nearby. And we'll have to see if they can cap this back for them. It's like they switched to Jan garrison, which I don't think is any better than the Jad, but it's completely up to preferences. Still a heavy swarm from TR on the structure. TR marches are very low though. Looks like the garrison captain is getting low. Have to see if LIV can reinforce the structure enough to hold it. I don't know if they can. There's a lot of TR marches swarming people and sending them home. I think the swarm from TR is probably too heavy on the structure for them to keep it at this time. Looks like a Nevsky and Joan rally going for the obelisk. Probably to be cancelled and reinforce this structure, but we'll see if they do. They may be just rallying the obelisk to cause disruption. Looks like TR did take this Desert Altar, and we'll see if they can hold it for a decent amount of time. No garrison captain just yet, but they're going heavy for this obelisk. I don't understand the play for the obelisk exactly. They're going heavy for this obelisk for some reason. I mean, I understand it if you think they can overwhelm it, but I mean, this is right next to their cities, and reinforcements are right next to it. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a disruption, and they can maybe hold this structure for a little bit, but it's a different play than what I'm used to seeing, where I'd say the majority of the time they just stand near the structure and try and hold it. So TR going in for the swarm on this obelisk, but I think it's well defended. Rally has been sent home. Looks like there's still some TR people swarming here. Let's see if they can take this obelisk from them, but I don't think there's enough TR here to really take this from them, but we'll see. The Xeno is holding pretty strong. Looks like LIV is trying to get this back, but there's not enough rally or anything on it yet. They need to set a rally, hopefully, and take it back so that they can keep the points per minute out of TR's hands, but I think TR may cap the first capture while they swarm down this obelisk. But this obelisk is not going to fall, but it's still points disruption for LIV since they can't take back this Desert Altar, and more reinforcements going in for TR to hold this Desert Altar for hopefully quite some time for them. LIV did take the Desert Altar top. If you see the map at the top, looks like it's flashed red, so it looks like TR lost their Desert Altar for a little bit, and also the Shrine of Life at the top is being engaged. We'll see if they lose that. But I think all these marches from TR are getting sent back, but they did get first capture on that Desert Altar, which jumps their points up by I think 300 to 500 points for first capture. It's something like that. I don't remember the exact points, but looks like first occupation is 750, and then you get 150 per minute, so that jumped their points up quite a lot, which helps them out. We'll see. I don't think that this is first capture for LIV. I don't think it would be. We'll see if their points jump up just as much as TR's did in the next 12 seconds. I would imagine this is not first capture. Could be, but I imagine it's not, since there was a lot of TR near it at the beginning. So let's see if they jump up 700 points or if it was TR that got it. Looks like TR did take first capture, so this is not first capture for LIV. Unfortunate for them, they didn't get that in time. Looks like a Boudica Henry rally going in, Guan Scipio rally, and a Nevsky Joan. Must be all going for cities or for obelisks, which is a lot of rallies to be sending. Looks like there's a double C Mina over here for reinforcements, maybe? I'm not sure why they sent that march necessarily. Well, I guess it is for the... I thought those were all red marches around here. I guess it was reinforcements for the structure, my bad. Looks like LIV is preparing for ARC. I don't see TR really ready for ARC this time around. TR lost that Desert Altar back. All the marches seem to be reset from this side here. TR did take the Shrine of Life. Looks like we got a Henry and Nebu rally on this Sky Altar. Looks pretty decently defended though, no real pressure. Nevsky Joan going for this Desert Altar along with some Swarmers coming in to try to take it from them. So we'll see if they can cap that or not. Looks like LIV is trying to position heavily in front of this Ark of Osiris middle, and I don't think TR is even going for mid. It looks like they're extremely late. TR is swarming down the Sky Altar, trying to point to disrupt. Looks like Shrine of War is safe. Many marches from LIV. TR is extremely late. A lot of marches coming from back here still. A little bit late for TR to be coming back so far. I understand there's only so many teleports, but sending all your people that were supposed to go for ARC from there is really late on the capture for that. I don't think they're going to make it in time to even try to push this ARC, but we'll have to see. Looks like LIV points disrupted this side. Maybe they'll get a garrison captain in, we'll have to see. But as of right now, they don't have one. Looks like TR points disrupted this Sky Altar. Probably going to be a Jad garrison in at some point. Looks like they're still trying to swarm down one of these obelisks and get one of their players on the other side. Looks like LIV is stacked up enough against TR that there's 1 minute left of this arc, and we'll see how this is going to go. Looks like LIV is pushing this murder ball here, trying to engage TR before this arc capture happens. Double C and Mina in the back lane trying to disrupt. Rally getting sent home from TR. Big middle brawl here, very much on TR's side of the battlefield, so depending on if they move this murder ball towards the arc or not, really depends. A double C is going to have to hope that it disrupts the arc so that TR can push. Otherwise, I don't think TR is going to have much of say in it. I haven't seen any skills pop though for either side yet, or I just missed them. TR March is moving towards arc a little bit late. This double C trying to be faster than the other one. We'll see who gets the first capture here. TR March is flooding towards this arc carrier though. I think LIV made a small mistake. They both tapped at the same time, so it's going to be pure luck, I feel like, who gets this first. So I do think TR was a microsecond faster. I don't know if that's true. TR was a microsecond faster, unfortunately, for LIV. I felt like it was just slightly faster, even though it's hard to tell. TR March is very fast, though. TR being extremely lucky here where their double C capped this arc immediately. I think this double C is honestly too fast for an arc carrier. I don't think that's the way it should be, in my opinion. Arc shouldn't be able to move so fast. Even with all this march speed, it happens too fast when the double C moves as fast as a normal march with the arc. I think they need to debuff that a little bit. I think it's a little bit too OP to use something so fast, because it just goes away so fast. LIV engaging arc, trying to cap it and push back TR marches. a lot of TR getting sent home. Not seeing nearly as many LIV marches getting sent home. So we'll see if they can cap this arc. Still no one has picked this arc up. It's a little bit slow on capping this arc. LIV needs to drag it back towards their side if they're wanting to get enough reinforcements. Even though they are winning this, they should have been dragging it earlier, I feel like. Looks like some of them are going for this desert altar, or they are making sure they hold this desert altar for a little bit. LIV retreating with this arc, trying to cap it, maybe make sure they keep their structures for a little bit. We'll have to see. TR rally coming in for this desert altar to try and swarm it. Fresh swarm would be good. We'll have to see if they go for building or for the people. Looks like Sky Altar safe for TR. Looks like Arc is relatively safe right now. Person with Arc carry is getting away. A lot of marches going for this desert altar to try to keep it in their control from LIV. I think it's going to be a very good match simply because TR and LIV are both very good teams, and we'll have to see which one can pull it off. Jan and looks like YSS Garrison here. Plenty of reinforcements though from LIV here, so we'll go ahead and see if they can keep this structure filled up. TR trying to make a push on it. The Jad Garrison at the top from, I'm not sure, Raven or something like that is being swarmed a little bit. Jan Garrison is still holding fairly strong for LIV. Somebody brought their, well, that's probably an extra capacity march for reinforcement, but it's being swarmed down, so it doesn't even matter. Looks like they are reinforcing this garrison from LIV, and they should start generating some points here pretty soon to make up the small gap they lost at the beginning, where they lost the first capture, and some other things where they lost. But I think that they should start generating for the next 2 or 3 minutes from this desert altar, so that's really good for LIV here. Even though they have Arc, they're also capping some of TR's structures. Looks like they did lose this altar on this side, which I was a little bit surprised by. Mostly because the marches that were nearby from LIV should have been able to reinforce. LIV marches smashing themselves rather than trying to hold the structure for a little bit longer, I feel like is a mistake, unless they're already in the structure itself. I do understand smashing yourself, but could be that they're already in it, but holding it for a little bit longer probably would be better. It does look like TR though has more altars, and they've lost both on this side, unfortunately for LIV. This Xeno is going to hold strong for some time. TR is definitely pushing pretty hard for these structures. I think that, and this was a mistake by this player, but then again I guess they're wanting to use cab march probably. So we'll go ahead and see if they get, there's some TR marches trying to engage this Arc carrier, multiple TR marches, so they're going to have to be careful that this player doesn't get smacked, because there's multiple TR marches that could go for it and cap it on this desert altar. They're really going to have to be very careful with this Arc. It's under a little bit of pressure and could be under a lot more pressure if TR commits. We'll have to see if they do. Desert altar on this side is not really under pressure just yet, but swarm is coming in. But there's plenty of reinforcements from the LIV side to probably hold this for another minute or so, depending on the reinforcement train coming in. Looks like this Sky Altar is being swarmed and rallied by LIV. LIV March is trying to take it back since TR's held this desert altar or Sky Altar for quite some time here. So we'll have to see if they can take it back, because this Henry Nebu is taking some serious heat from the swarm. I don't think it's going to last much longer. Reinforcement marches are coming in at this point. I don't understand the reinforcement marches if we haven't got the structure back just yet. Too many double C's up there in my opinion to be sending to swarm the structure down when you send a archer rally. Looks like this desert altar is still holding fairly strong for LIV, but the reinforcement train is much lower. It's going to flip back blue very soon. Looks like rally and swarm on this desert altar that needs to be back in LIV's hands. LIV player has lost the Arc. I was not surprised by that. There was multiple marches from TR coming in. This march is still going really far away. They're trying to probably cap maybe the outpost or something like that. A couple more TR marches trying to disrupt this arc, but I don't think it's going to be enough at this point. If some of these more TR marches over here and maybe push sooner, it may have been a closer arc, but it's on such the far side of the map that it's very difficult to get to it. Let's see here. Looks like this Sky Altar from TR is under heavy pressure, should flip red any second now. Flips red, 1 minute for them to start generating some points. Probably going to be a Cav Garrison coming in if it wasn't already coming already. Well, let's see if they get one in. Looks like they do. Switch it to Jan Garrison. Looks like LIV capped their structure back and is reinforcing it. They're pretty safe with this arc now. Last few marches swarming this LV march is going to be sent back home very soon. Looks like outposts are being disrupted by that double C that was by itself. Trying to do a little bit of points disruption for the TR side. It's like this Jan Garrison is holding strong. Should be able to get the points coming back up for them very, very soon. And then it looks like TR is positioning to push back on this side. Rally from LV here. And we'll see if they can push this structure, but it's very even here. I don't know if they can push it. Does look like LV is holding the arc. Not sure why. They're losing their structures a little bit too fast. I think they need to probably accelerate their arc captures, but I don't know if it's up to them. But they seem to be a little bit better than TR is in the middle. Well, TR is much better at buildings than they are. But we'll see what kind of plays out here. They're holding it for a while here to see how it plays out. But I think LV should definitely probably cap this, even though they're having some issues with their buildings. TR marches maybe going for this Shrine of War instead of going for defense here. They're going to be a little bit more offensive to smash themselves on that Shrine of War. Jan Garrison against this Nevsky is not doing so well, but there is reinforcements coming in, so that should be fine. Looks like these marches here are getting smashed from LV. Bit of a waste of field fighting there, to be honest, when you could have swarmed the structure with a rally of some sort. Pointless field fighting over here other than smash yourselves from LV. They should really just smash themselves and hopefully reset themselves here. TR is still up 10,000 to 8,000 here with points per minute in favor of LV for the moment, but we'll have to see if LV can hold on to that or not. Looks like this Shrine of War is basically just somebody smashing themselves. The Sky Altar from LV is under heavy pressure. I think it's going to flip blue, most likely because there's not enough LV actually reinforcing the structure. Much like the last match we watched, not enough reinforcements. It's going to pop, flips blue again. Should be a Xeno Garrison probably going in up top here maybe. We'll have to see if they swap to a Xeno or if they swap to Cav. Just depends. Clay Jad is Garrison Captain for right now, and we'll go ahead and see if that's going to hold for an extended period of time. LV March losing the arc for some reason on this side, not paying attention. Somebody accidentally sending a siege march to try and hit this 2-hour march instead of an actual march. I think this still is pretty safe for the LV here. Not sure. Okay, jump city for some reason. Looks like this LV is going to probably cap this arc anyways, even though there's a little bit of pressure still from TR on it. So it looks like this structure from TR might fail. There's a Tommy debuff on the structure. It's like crucial reinforcement though. Some decent amount of swarm and rally. Depends if there's enough TR reinforcements here. I think the structure may flip back red just simply because there may not be enough reinforcements, unfortunately, for TR. Too much of a damage from the rally there. Rally was not low enough to keep it from being switched red. Looks like LV pushing for the Sky Altar as well. Looks like LV is probably not going to flip this red, but there's still some swarmers coming in, so there's some reinforcement marches going in for TR, so if they can keep it topped off, it should be okay. But there is plenty of marches coming in from LV, so it should flip red simply because TR just doesn't have the reinforcement train coming in fast enough. TR is swarming down the structure, or LV is swarming down the structure. TR is trying to reinforce it. Still holding fairly strong. Rally is healthy though, doing a lot of damage to the structure. I think it's going to flip red any second now if there's no more TR marches to get in to reinforce it. Crucial reinforcement there. Couple crucial reinforcements holding this structure alive for a little bit longer, but they're going to need a captain swap very, very soon. This Jad and YSS is not going to last much longer with the amount of swarm that's happening to her. She just can't handle this kind of swarm. There's no healing going on like a Xeno Garrison, so we'll have to see if she can hold any longer. Really need a captain swap from TR to keep this alive. Any more reinforcements from TR? It's getting low. Another crucial reinforcement for this TR team. Doing a good job reinforcing, but this Garrison is just very, very low. Another Garrison coming in from TR from Demon. Needs to get in as soon as possible or they're going to lose it simply because Captain's going to pop. Captain pops. Captain from TR is too slow. And it's going to be very, very close if this TR March can get in or not. TR March does get in. Captain swap does not happen just yet. Are they going to swap to this Jad very quickly, or is this double C going to be the end of them? Jad does get swapped in. We'll have to see if they can hold it. Jad's going to hold for a little bit longer while this rally gets swarmed down, but I think it was just a little bit too little, too late. Jad is going to pop. Garrison pops. Red turns, flips red. 3 minutes left on arc. Hopefully they remember to cap that arc very soon from LV side. Garrison swap almost immediately from this LV side to hold this Sky Altar for as long as possible. Rally and swarm on this Desert Altar for TR. Looks like TR is probably not going to take it though. I'm going to go ahead and see that there's another Desert Altar capture from LV for at least a little bit. I think they're going to lose this because they don't have a captain. Few reinforcements in that structure as well doesn't help. So looks like it's flipped back blue for TR, and we'll go ahead and see if TR can hold it or if they're going to lose it again simply because there's too many LV swarming. Looks like too many LV swarming. It's going to flip back red very soon. See if LV can captain somebody. They usually are pretty good at captaining somebody into this Garrison that is pretty decent, but I haven't seen a Garrison captain just yet, so could be it died already. Could be it died already. More reinforcement marches coming in to reinforce the structure. A lot of Nevsky's coming in. Still not seeing the captain from LV, so I think it's a little bit too late for them to captain somebody and hold this for much longer. TR marches coming in to swarm. TR marches should be swarming the structure. A couple of people from LV swarming that Jad in the top left, but at this point you really need to just reinforce this structure and kill the swarmers rather than worrying about the Garrison because it flips back blue. Garrison captain will go in now unless you kill it fast enough, but I really think they should have just been trying to defend a little bit more rather than worry so much about the captain itself. It's like TR is captain a Jadwiga, probably YSS in this Sky Altar. We'll go ahead and see if it can hold for very long. Looks like there is a decent swarm from LV here, but not a huge one. So we'll have to see if they can hold up and take it down, or TR can hold out. I do think TR is probably going to hold this though, because there are a lot of them just running to do something else, but we'll have to see. Going to swarm that Shrine of Life. Looks like there's some unnecessary field fighting, I feel like, for TR and LV in the middle here. TR has capped back their Desert Altar, and there's a slight swarm from LV here. It may flip back red if they can't reinforce, but I've seen a huge march go in for that Desert Altar to get it back to yellow. So it should be fairly safe for TR. As long as they get one or two more reinforcements, this should be safe. Probably another rally coming though from LV maybe very soon. LV preparing for arc already. 6 minutes still till next arc, and they are getting ready for that. Looks like TR marches also are trying to get ready for it. A couple people are getting ready. XY and Nev rally, it looks like to me. Going for this Desert Altar. TR marches need to hold up a little bit, slow their roll, wait for the rally to hit, I feel like, rather than swarm immediately. But many of them may want to get their marches back for arc, so that's what this player is definitely doing. Sky Altar is fairly well defended. Looks like people are refreshing, sending for arc. These marches are probably doing the same, letting the rally or let themselves get smashed on this building while they get ready for arc, since they are a little bit behind compared to LV, who is already stacked up in mid a little bit. Looks like Desert Altar and all the buildings are fairly safe for everybody other than this one Sky Altar that TR has with Redline has already capped, and it looks like they're going to smash themselves on somebody and go for arc. Probably a rally from LV will take it back pretty easily. Looks like LV is stacked up mid fairly heavily. TR is having to stand back ways to stay in this match here in the mid. Looks like every other building other than that one building should stay in the hands of the people that should have had it already. Should be a XY rally coming in for this structure or something really heavy damage to get it back as soon as possible. Everybody seems to have a captain though on their city, so all these marches should get smashed very, very quickly from the TR marches here. And they're still rallying the obelisk here from LV, which I'm not. At this point, I think you should have just waited on that one since arc's so soon. LV and TR are stacking up, getting ready to fight in the arc middle here. 4 minutes till arc, and we'll see how this goes. I think that LV does have the superior mid skills though, other than some luck from TR. Has helped them out so far in this match. As we had shown previously where they grabbed the arc literally microseconds before an LV March could start running away with it. Still lost it though, so looks like LV has taken the Shrine of Life at the very top right side, at least for a little bit. So you know, YSS swarming might actually take it back. We'll have to see. But looks like LV March is going home, trying to refresh for this next arc, get stacked up, but they're a little bit late to get here in time. We'll have to see, because TR is sending a lot more marches, I feel like, to go for arc than LV is at this point. So we'll have to see who gets the capture here, because points per minute is fairly even. Looks like points themselves are very even, so 3 minutes till arc, and these teams are getting stacked up and ready to start the mid fight very soon. TR positioning to engage this, I feel like, smaller murder ball from LV. Could be that they're just stacked up better than TR is, but I'm thinking that TR has more marches simply because they're closer than LV is, so I think LV is going to have to send some more marches. They're a little bit late. Some of these people are a little bit late getting there. I don't know if they're going to be enough to cap this arc, to be honest. Rally on this Desert Altar is probably going to fail simply because a couple TR marches were ready for that. TR stacking up, LV balling up very well here as well. See who casts what skills, who wants this arc more. Really depends who casts to the death and stuff like that to start this off. TR marches getting neck right up in front of LV, but not exactly hitting just yet. It's like TR casting Mystical Formation. Fight's gonna start to the death from LV. Overcommitting, I feel like, from TR or LV here, going for everybody's casting every skill here. We'll have to see who gets upper hand here, because LV cast Heaven's Grace, trying to keep their marches alive a little bit sooner than I think they should have. Maybe a few seconds longer could have been a little bit more beneficial for the marches, since they're already very high health. So we'll have to see a lot of TR marches going home, but the same for LV. We'll have to see who gets the upper hand here, but I feel like TR had more marches to begin with, because many more LV marches streamlining in, trying to reinforce their murder ball. But a lot of TR marches going home compared to LV marches. Not seeing as many LV fly home, as many TR as you see a steady stream from TR going home. Couple TR marches going around the sides, trying to disrupt this arc. But I'm seeing a lot of red here, and I'm thinking that red's starting to take the upper hand here in this mid fight. We'll go ahead and see if we see anything different, but what I'm seeing, I'm thinking blue is losing a little bit here, but it's hard to tell since there's so much skill damage going on and a lot of marches being sent home from both sides. 52 seconds left on arc, and we'll see who caps this arc. and is able to run away with it. Hopefully TR can do that so that they can get some points back for themselves, because they've been doing well in the buildings, just not on Arc, where LV is excelling. Looks like we have some more LV marches coming in. Still a very even match. I thought I was seeing more red, but it's still anybody's game when it comes to this big mid fight here. So we'll have to see who caps this Arc. 25 seconds left until Arc spawns. Looks like the marches that are supposed to cap the Arc from LV are getting smashed. Still trying to stay alive, but we'll have to see who gets the Arc faster. This double C at the bottom is probably going to get smashed before he can grab Arc. So we'll have to see if he can get away with it. Still a very even match here in the mid, so 3 seconds left, and we'll see who caps it first. Looks like an immediate grab from LV's side to me. Depends if that march stays alive long enough to cap it though. Barely lasts long enough. It's going to get smashed immediately, but it's on LV's side, so that helped LV this time around, where TR was the luckier one last time around, where it's on their side. But I am seeing a bit more blue, but they could be weaker marches here. And we'll have to see if LV is still streamlining marches in. They are from both sides. It is on their side of the map, but TR March has grabbed it and is trying to run away with it. It looks like a double C. Very fast double C trying to get away. It's just so fast. Double C is just too fast anymore, in my opinion, for this Arc. It's ridiculously fast. I already moved it back to the middle from where it was all the way on the LV side, at least a little bit further down. It's already back in the mid. Looks like another possible TR capture here from Teddy, maybe? Nope, looks like, I can't even say the name. It's capped Arc and is running away with it with another double C. Super fast double C. Is it a double C? I can't tell. Looked like I thought it was the other double C that had it. Maybe it was a different march that had it, but it's being moved towards TR's side as more and more marches stream in from LV and from TR. It is on TR's side though a little bit here, so we'll have to see if LV can get this back. But it's still anybody's game, but I think TR has a little bit more presence from before, and as they keep capping this Arc from TR, it's going to help them more and more. Very fast captures from TR. Even though they're losing it, they're stalling a little bit to get their marches closer and maybe move this Arc towards their side. Have to see who grabs it this time. It's like an LV march grabbed it for a second. See who's going to grab it this time. Seeing a lot of LV coming in, some TR coming from the back, which is a little bit different to see. They should have just went around the front, maybe been a little faster. Maybe they were in a rally or something. LV March grabbing the Arc. Can't tell exactly who it was. They're probably going to get smashed very quickly. They did. We'll see who grabs it this time, but it's still anybody's game at this point. But it's because there's still a lot of TR marches coming in to reinforce their side of the murder ball, and we'll see who grabs this next. But TR is definitely working as best they can. Mystical formation for LV side, trying to keep it on their side and hold it, committing extra points here from LV rather than just letting themselves win. Maybe when they wanted to commit extra points to this Arc and make sure they grab it, because they are losing it a little bit. Looks like Redline capped the Arc for a few seconds here. Let's see if he holds it for very long. I'm not sure if he's going to hold it for very long. Looks like Arc is still fairly middle-ish, but looks like LV is still trying to get in here, even though they cast Mystical Formation. Not sure if this is going to be enough since there's so many TR grabbing this Arc and dragging it away. TR double C, so fast. Run away. Getting away very quickly. It could have been a Joan. I think this player thought they had it. Looks like TR is just slowly but surely dragging it to their side. LV having issues where no one is grabbing it from their side fast enough. So we'll have to see if LV can get this Arc or not, because they seem to keep dropping it. Still a very big murder ball fight from both sides, but this is on TR's side very heavily, and I imagine TR is probably going to grab this next because LV keeps grabbing it but dropping it. I think the issue is that they need to let some of the more strong marches take it so they can at least get it somewhere, because TR is letting fresh marches grab it rather than the weakest march in the game that is already on red grab it. TR has grabbed it again. I think it was Bunny this time with a XY, trying to get away. Full health though, still getting inches more on the TR side, which is very good for them. Bunny realizes, I feel like, that they've got this in their hands, is solidly on their side. Too many blue. LV sending into this is, at this point, is probably not so good for them because there's too many TR marches in this area. LV did cap for a few seconds, but all these LV marches are so low, they can't cap this arc. Losing everything, honestly, casting every skill they had for this arc and still losing this arc. Very bad for LV, I feel like, because they just can't hold the arc for more than a fraction of a second. Every march they send just can't hold it. Multiple double C's from TR grabbing this arc, trying to drag it away. I think they're going to get away with it. LV is trying to stall, but these marches have to walk so far that at this point they need to start going for these altars and trying to disrupt it, because I don't think that they can get close enough to this arc very much quickly to be able to actually grab it. Looks like we got captured from TR and it's running away with it. Not sure what march it was. It could be, it looks like a Nevsky grabbed it full health. I think this march is relatively safe. These LV marches are just too far away for it to really take any heat. Many TR marches swarming down, the last few remnants of what was left of LV. LV coming to swarm down this desert altar. Rally hopefully is coming. Looks like it is an archer rally. Coming to hit this desert altar, hopefully take it from TR before they can cap it. But I don't think if they haven't engaged it yet, I don't think it's going to be fast enough, as this Nevsky is pretty quick. I think this Nevsky needs to just run back to the cities, simply because LV is so close. Going towards them is probably not the best idea, even though there's more TR probably here than LV, and it looks like they made that decision. LV March is trying to get ready for this rally to hit and start swarming. Jadwiga as the captain here. A couple of LV marches trying to disrupt that arc carrier. I do think that LV is going to cap this desert altar very quickly. They're swarming it down very quickly, but arc carrier is still getting away. A couple of LV marches hitting it. Arc is down. All these LV marches need to fill it up, swap garrison in, go straight for arc to try and drag it towards their side. Otherwise, they need to hold the structure, because this LV march is going to get obliterated almost immediately from the amount of TR that's there. TR takes it right back, which is unfortunate for LV. So I don't know if they're going to be able to do much with this now. LV March did grab Arc and is running away with it a little bit, but I don't think he's going to last very long, unfortunately for them. Looks like TR is trying to get this back in their hands. They've capped their structure. Lost it again, though. More and more LV marches coming in to try to keep this building for themselves. More and more LV disrupting the arc, but many TR marches are over here trying to keep it on their side. Looks like an Amani garrison in. Good in a pinch. We'll have to see if it holds, though. I don't think it's going to. There's too much swarm for this captain. Captain swapped to this Yan, but it seems like every TR march is swarming down this Yan garrison. Every LV march is ditching the structure and going straight for arc carrier. Very few reinforcements for that structure. I don't know if that was the right play for LV to do that, because they need to really hold this structure rather than letting TR take it back from them, because there's going to be multiple garrisons coming in for TR and much fewer from LV coming in to take this back. Swarm is on this desert altar. Looks like TR does have the arc, but the arc carrier's down. But there seems to be a lot of LV mix on what they're doing here. Jadwiga garrison back in. Like I was saying, it's much easier for a garrison to come from TR than it is for LV. Looks like we got another cap from TR on the arc, and I think it's getting back to their side very quickly. If LV can keep this arc in contention for 14 minutes somehow, then they could probably win this match. Otherwise, they're going to have to hope they're gathering a lot. They did cap this, I think, Sky Altar at the bottom left here for a little bit. and there's a lot of LV marches, so they're going to hold that for a while, I feel like. But they need to take this Desert Altar back from TR, and hopefully get some points disruption for themselves, and maybe even disrupt the Shrine of Life. And they need to make sure they're holding the rest of their structures. Desert Altar should be under pressure. I think they need to ditch the Arc at this point. At this point, it's just too far away. They need to disrupt points from TR and cap this garrison again, and see if they can't get some more points on their side per minute in the last 12-13 minutes in this match. Some mixed opinions from these LV marches. Rather than swarming, going for Arc still, I think is a mistake. They need to take this garrison down and get some points disruption, and make sure it stays on their side and is capped for them for as long as possible, because TR March is coming in to swarm it back if they have to, and take down the marches around it. Hopefully there's a rally coming from, it is from LV. I think that maybe what they're waiting for a little bit is the rally and then swarm, which is also fine if they had already known they were setting a rally. Multiple LV marches coming in, trying to cap this Desert Altar again. Hard push from TR here, trying to push back here. Same thing from LV, buffing their rally before it hits. A lot of TR here though, so we'll see if they can do anything good here or not. Garrison is probably topped back off, so rally from LV is being swarmed down very, very quickly, and I don't think it's going to last very long, unfortunately for them. It gets swarmed down in seconds and is gone. Not a lot of reinforcements in that rally. Heavy swarm on this structure though from LV, hoping that they can take it back from TR. I think that LV is trying to take the structures now rather than pushing Art. Now that they know they can't really keep it in their side. Points per minute is in favor of LV because they have the Sky Altar on the other side, which is good for them. Still a heavy swarm from LV on this, but it's going to be difficult for them to take it from TR here. Seeing a lot of LV marches still swarming. Many TR marches are reinforcing though, so this should stay blue probably for quite some time. Crucial reinforcements going in for TR. Depends if the garrison captain gets too low. Still a pretty healthy swarm though on the structure, so if they can get another rally coming in anytime soon to keep hitting this and more swarmers coming in, they can definitely flip it red if they keep this up. But there's a lot of TR marches coming in to swarm them down, and LV marches being sent home. A couple more LV marches coming in, but TR is starting to take control of this, and it looks like LV is stacking up to make another push rather than going all in. Looks like TR is trying to push this Desert Altar, and it's going to go down if they don't get a march in. They can't afford this. They lose this tier. That's a mistake. Is there a crucial? There's crucial reinforcement there, but I don't think it's enough. Flips blue. Crucial mistake from LV here, losing their altar. Points per minute game. Crucial for LV here. Looks like that Sky Altar is going to fall as well. But they really couldn't afford to lose their own altar there. I think that's a big mistake from LV, losing their structure last minute here in the last 10 minutes of this match. They really needed to have made sure they were defending that over losing it. So looks like TR is holding Arc, I think, probably till the end of this match. They'll cap it in about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. This blue altar is probably going to flip back red very soon. Jadwiga and YSS swarming. Probably not the best march to swarm. Probably should have just waited rather than getting sent home if you're going to be swarming it. So we'll see if this LV swarm can take it back, but I think it's too low, too little right now, as more LV tries to come in and help out, but I think there's going to be some crucial reinforcements for TR there. LV stacking up to go for this Sky Altar again, and we'll see if they can take it back from TR or not. LV getting ready to push for this altar again, see if they can't take it, but at this point the garrison's been refreshed. The garrison is full, so I don't know if they can cap it so easily as they have before. TR's Shrine of Life looked like it had been red for a little bit. Like this Jad is in fresh garrison, fresh rally, fresh swarm on this structure. We'll see if they can't take this back from TR. Rally is being swarmed by very weak marches. I don't think they're going to do enough to do anything here. The fresh swarm on this structure is going to hurt the TR if they lose it. Basically, if they lose this here, they basically flip-flop the sides from the bottom where they're holding it to LV is taking theirs. Probably going to get some crucial reinforcements though. As you can see here, though, goes back to yellow for a little bit. We'll have to see if we get any more of those. But there's a lot of damage from this rally since it is still relatively healthy here. And I think somebody's reinforcing this rally. And it flips red. All the TR marches going home. Let's see if this is going down on this side for red. All these marches from red need to be swarming this down or defending it at this point, because they need to make sure they hold this altar. It's worth more points than they're pushing on that Shrine of War, in my opinion. Jadwiga does get swapped, but I don't know if there's enough reinforcements for it, so they really need to make sure they're reinforcing this desert altar. There is no reinforcements for this desert altar. It is going to flip blue again. Mistakes made by the marches, I feel like, in LV, not reinforcing and going offensive. Garrison changed, but it's not enough if you don't have the reinforcements. Crucial reinforcements are going in, but realizing too late that they are being swarmed heavily, and LV March is trying to, I guess, pressure the Shrine of War, but over this altar. They will take this altar most likely, but if they lose this again, that's a mistake. Crucial reinforcements from LV by the skin, scraping by. They're scraping by on this altar here. If they do lose it though, it's a big mistake from them. TR has capped the arc, and they are only about 2,000 points ahead of LV. So it's really going to come down to who can keep the altars, who gathered more in this last 7 minutes of this match, and we'll go ahead and see who does that here. Like Jadwiga captain was swapped, probably got low on the other captain, so they're refreshing, but I think that they're going to hold this desert altar, but barely. I think that this altar down here did flip red for a little bit, some points disruption, but it's going to flip back blue simply because there's no reinforcements for LV, no captain, etc. Looks like TR is probably going to try and put a captain back in, but it's a Golan captain for right now. Fresh swarm from LV, fairly fresh swarm, so this captain should probably go down very quickly from TR. Jadwiga trying to get into the structure, but I think she's going to be just a hair bit late. Having to circle for some reason. She gets in, gets swapped in, but I think it's a little bit late. The swarm is too heavy for this Jad, I feel like, to handle. See if there's any more crucial reinforcements for this Jad. Crucial reinforcement last second before she popped to keep the structure alive for a little bit longer. Another TR Jadwiga ready to get in. Crucial reinforcement. More and more swarm is still happening on the structure though. Have to see if they can take it. They really need to disrupt these points here from LV and get them generating for LV to be able to win this match. Another crucial reinforcement from TR. Last few seconds reinforcements are really good for TR. I don't know if there's another captain coming though, so we'll have to see if this is going to last for LV or if TR is going to take it from them. Or LV is going to take it from TR. Looks like LV marches are getting too low. I think this is relatively safe. Looks like this altar over here though is LV, but no captain. They need to swap captain in to hold it. Literally need any kind of captain. They've lost their altar on this side. Mistakes made from LV losing this altar in the last few minutes of this match. They really needed those points per minute to be on their side, but they also have this desert altar, so it kind of probably evens out the score here. 560 for LV, 590 for TR. LV needs to hold this desert altar as long as they don't have their own. They need to be reinforcing as much as possible. Looks like an XY captain. Hopefully some reinforcements going in for LV on the structure last few minutes here. They really need to hold this while they get their altar back so they keep the points even and leave it up to who gathered more. Rally coming in. Looks like Budokan, probably Henry for this altar. It's probably going to cap it back blue simply because that's a lot of skill damage from this rally on this garrison. I don't know that they can handle it at this point. Fresh swarm from TR marches. This is going to flip back blue any second now. Too few LV trying to keep it. First skill from the rally. Going to pop this garrison. Looks like it did. Shrine of War and Altar on this side have been capped back, and it looks like it's back to even for both sides. We'll have to see if any of these altars are being contested. That's going down. The rally is, at least. Looks like this is contended on this side. They need to flip a garrison in to hold this for the last 3 minutes if they can from LV's side, or at the very minimum, keep it from TR. Make sure they can't generate any more points from this altar here. Looks like a lot of the altars are being contested enough that they aren't going to generate a whole lot of points in this last few minutes of this match. Looks like it's a little bit favoring LV right now, but it really depends if LV can keep disrupting this altar. If they can, that'd be really good for them. Flips back red, disruption again for TR on that altar. Looks like this Shrine of Life or Shrine of War is probably safe for now, but it may get points disruption. This Sky Altar is safe. Shrine of Life is safe unless they can push it with a rally, which I'm not seeing a rally just yet. March is coming back from LV or they're going out to farm the last few minutes here, trying to get some last minute points. Looks like Desert Altar is safe for LV. Looks like TR is taking back their Desert Altar, but it's not going to generate much points in the last few minutes here. I think everything's pretty much back to the way it was, as these marches are just field fighting right now. Hopefully some of these marches realize they need to either defend or be gathering at this point, because there's only 2 minutes left. This should stay fairly in the hands of TR. TR defending their altar there, and I think this should be fine for TR over on this side. Simply because I don't think that there's going to be enough swarm from this player to take it down from a Xeno garrison. Last 2 minutes of this match. Points per minute are slightly favoring LV for right now. Looks like there is going to be a swarm on this Sky Altar, and they can't afford to lose in the last 2 minutes, so hopefully they can keep it up from LV. Hopefully some gatherers come in from LV to win them this match, but otherwise TR is in the lead for this moment. Looks like they're going to try to do some last minute points disruption from TR side to try and do that to LV. Gonna have to see if there's any more points disruption at this point. LV could points disrupt this at this last second, but I don't know if it's really worth it, as it is worth it if they can disrupt it the last few minutes. Every point matters at this point, so hopefully they can disrupt this for themselves. We'll have to see, but there's some crucial reinforcements from TR here. Looks like that garrison looks fine, so we'll have to see if they can cap this Desert Altar in the last 57 seconds. Looks like it's going to flip red, maybe? A crucial reinforcement, 2 crucial reinforcements for this garrison. Might hold out for the last 40 seconds. If they can get another 1 or 2 of these, it should hold till the very end. Depends if they get enough reinforcements though. Gonna be very close though, if this captain's gonna pop or not. Captain does pop. Points disruption lasts 20 seconds, but it looks like TR has more gatherers than LV does in this last few seconds. It looks like TR is going to win this match, unfortunately for LV. They're outplayed in gathering, most likely by TR in the last 10 seconds here. We're going to lose by about 2,000 points. TR and LV, GG. TR seems to have won this match. Very good game though, from both sides. Very good match. See, looks like provisions, yep, about this basically was provisioning, about 1,500 points difference. That's about the points difference here between TR and LV. Maybe some outpost or something made up the last few points, but the provisioning from TR was a little bit better than LV here, unfortunately for them. Looks like everything else, everybody, looks like TR healed a tremendous amount of troops for this arc match. 50 million troops were healed. Surprised by that a little bit, but I guess maybe they were from KVK and all that, so maybe they needed to. That is a tremendous amount of troops healed compared to the LV only 4 million. That's a lot of troops healed for our TR to win, but they pulled off that win, so it was definitely worth it for them. So I will go ahead and end the stream here. I appreciate everybody for joining this stream today. I'll try to make a video maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I'm busy. Been busy a lot lately, so we'll have to see if I have time to make a video tomorrow or something like that. But thank you guys for tuning into this live stream. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream, so don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.